why do I love Max Hits at 8? You know, there's just something about what's on in November. Max Hits at 8, a different movie every night, all year long.
Tonight with Max, choose your movie time. On Cinemax, Hits at 8, with the Max Hit at 8. Got that? Or on More Max, start at 9, with the Max Choice at 9. So you choose on Cinemax, the Hit at 8, or on More Max, Choice at 9. Hey, it's your night.
The following movie is rated R.
Welcome to Max Q&A. Think fast, movie fans. Here we go. In Bad Influence, James Spader is an unsuspecting man whose life is corrupted by the sinister Rob Lowe. The question is, what current TV star appears as clubgoer number 3? Stay tuned for the answer. Max Q&A will be right back.
I know. They called it cheap and rude and vulgar. But there's something about Mary is actually full of wisdom. And this is what it taught me. 1. The cuter the girl...
What the hell are you on?
The wackier the family. 2. Highway rest stops...
This is a raid!
...can be dangerous. 3. Stay away from cops... ...and tables. 4. The smaller the dog, the harder the bite. 5. Always look before you sip. 6. Wash your hands and everything else after, you know. And 7. Love will always save the day. There's something about Mary, so full of wisdom. A Max Hit at 8, Friday, November 26th on Cinemax.
When two big stars agree on shooting an indie film like Another Day in Paradise, it's because it's a pretty good story. But before you see it, let me warn you. If you have a problem with underage-looking kids doing crazy stuff, skip it. If you have a problem with guns, skip it. If you have a problem with blood, skip it. If you have a problem with alcohol, skip it. If you have a problem with profanity, skip it. If you have a problem with polyester, skip it. If you have a problem with needles, skip it. If you have a problem with sex, skip it. And if you have a problem with Melanie Griffith,
you asshole!
Definitely skip it. Now, if you can handle all this stuff, Another Day in Paradise is a pretty good movie.
Great.
A Friday premiere, November 26th on Cinemax.
Ready for action? So are we. That's why every Saturday night, Cinemax bursts into Action Max. It's double trouble with 2 action-packed movies every Saturday night starting at 8. This week, 2 shots from Chow Yun-fat. First, he blows the competition away in A Better Tomorrow. Then, he's a hitman with a price on his own head in The Replacement Killers. So brace yourself. Every Saturday night at 8 for Action Max from Cinemax.
Welcome back to Max Q&A. What current TV celebrity shows up in Bad Influence as clubgoer number 3? The answer is star of The X-Files, David Duchovny. Thanks for playing. We'll see you next time on Max Q&A.
You might think you know some pretty interesting creatures.
Until you're talking movies. Then you're looking at Freak on a whole different level, as in the Max Creature of the Month. We invaded New York City's Bryant Park with 5 of our best November beasties and showed them to fans who told us what makes a great movie creature.
Attitude and fur. The actual tonnage, the actual weight of the creature really makes it scary.
Definitely green.
One that can scare the living hell out of you.
The one that can kind of scare the pants off you, but then get you with the intellect as well.
Blood coming out of his head, brain slipping out. That's a good creature.
Okay, Freak fans, here's number 5.
The Max Creature of the Month is Paulie.
What are you looking at?
He's a piece of work, isn't he? I have a thing for bratty creatures.
The real question is, are you prepared to throw in that pot holder on your head?
The parrot was speaking like you and me, maybe more like you than like me.
The doctors were asking him all types of questions.
What is this?
Duck.
And he was giving smart-ass answers back.
Umbrella. Look, I don't see how this is bridging the gap.
I think that's a very smart bird, and I'd like to have one myself.
Number 4.
The Max Creature of the Month is Orca.
When he flipped the guy, and he like slid down the ice.
There's just something about 2 tons of blubber that just scares the hell out of me.
Orca took that young captain of the ship and basically flipped him like a pancake.
The humans always think they're the higher species, you know, so I like to see, you know, like the tables turn.
I love movies where animals get revenge on people who do things to them.
And how about number 3?
The Max Creature of the Month is Return of the Living Dead 3.
The zombies are good.
I figured he smelled to high heaven and it'd freak everybody out.
They already dead and they running after people already. You know, they skin coming off.
There's like a paradox. Are they alive? Are they dead? If they're so slow, how come you can't get away from them? Why are they hungry? They're dead.
If I had to, I would eat somebody's brain.
I can't even get them to eat their peas.
Number 2.
Are you the little guy making all that big noise? Huh?
Actually, my grandmother had a dog named Puffy that was kind of the same way.
Guy was fighting the dog, little pup.
Benji was on an amphetamine, and he just went bonkers. It's a dog from hell.
And when he pulled him to the floor and he was dragging him across the floor, I just thought that was awesome.
Ben's getting his butt kicked by the dog, and then he drops an atomic elbow and takes the lead in the fight.
He was so small and so innocent looking, but then he just got ferocious. It was just so funny.
It's not far from reality because dogs do some pretty crazy things in the course of romance.
So the pup may pack a mean punch, but if you want the king of movie creatures, there's only one character big enough to get the job done.
The Max Creature of the Month is King Kong.
King Kong's kind of cute.
He's an American icon. Classic. You gotta love King Kong. I like the way he scaled the buildings and stuff like that. It's a classic love story about a beautiful girl and a monster. He is in love and misunderstood.
Human and ape relations are extraordinarily important to the future of our planet.
Is King Kong an ape or a gorilla?
King Kong's on top of the building. These 2 guys have flamethrowers, right? So they're trying to shoot him down, but King Kong's way too big.
King Kong, yeah, baby.
So how about that for a colorful creature convention? And you can see them all on Max in November. I've got to go walk my zombie. So I'll see you the next time when we talk about your favorite movies right here on Cinemax.
When the movie Happiness first came out, I didn't exactly run to the theater. It seemed almost too dark and weird for me.
If you and Mom died in a plane crash, would it be all right if I took over?
Then I gave it a chance.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
Okay, there's plenty of odd behavior going on here, but there are also some great slice-of-life moments.
I don't know I could ever really begin to talk to her. I mean, I'm boring. People listen to me and they zone out.
Are you lesbian?
No.
I like lesbian.
It's those scenes that help me through some of the more uncomfortable ones. Be prepared. This movie goes to some pretty edgy places.
Would you like a sandwich?
Creepy. You know, sometimes the monster in a movie can seem as normal as the guy next door.
You're so cool.
So look for Happiness. You may be surprised at what you find. A Friday premiere. Tonight at 10 on Cinemax.
Ever heard a story you just couldn't believe?
Whatever it is, I don't want to hear it.
It's a little involved. It's kind of complicated story, actually.
Actually, it's stranger than fiction. And dude, I saw it first on Max.
It's about these 4 friends in Salt Lake.
And they take friendship to the grave, you hear?
We'll kill her.
What?
What?
You think I might have killed him? Never seen a dead body before.
Man, with friends like these, I'd be out the door, down the stairs, and in the car. Literally. But then I miss it first on Max.
Everything in the trunk is supposed to be dead.
Stranger Than Fiction. A Friday premiere, November 19th on Cinemax.
Raw, blistering, raunchy, funny, and painfully real. That's what makes Cinemax Vanguard more than a movie. And it's why every Wednesday at midnight, I get to watch a masterpiece of human proportions. It's Stanley Tucci and Oliver Platt as two inept actors. And unlikely heroes.
Oh my God, we're gonna die!
In a classic farce.
I'm blind!
It's a Norwegian mystery that explores that troubling gray area between good and evil. And it's a dark tale of a murder and the painful consequences. It's where the twists and turns of life may lead to bizarre places.
Welcome to Whoop Whoop.
And in the end, true love. Cinemax Vanguard. It's about movies that matter. Every Wednesday at midnight.
Me and this tree started losing our hair, our leaves at the same time. And it's the same this year. In the spring, when my treatment was over the first time around, it started getting its leaves and I started getting my hair. And hopefully that will be the same again this year when my treatment's over. I call it my hair tree.
So Drew Barrymore is in this movie Ever After, and she plays this poor girl who dreams of a better life.
Danielle! Coming! Why don't you sleep with the pigs, Cindersoot, if you insist on smelling that one?
Anyways, she was totally miserable because of Angelica Houston, who plays her evil stepmother.
You stupid, stupid girl.
But then her Prince Charming, who's so handsome, shows up. They laugh and have this great time until...
How dare you! Madam, contain yourself!
She is an imposter, sire.
No!
Bow before royalty, you insolent fraud.
Ugh, what a mother. So then, evil Angelica sells her off to this hideous guy. But then the prince rescues her, and they live happily ever after. But the best part is what happens to that wicked mother. Ever After. A Max hit at 8. This Wednesday on Cinemax.
H.G. Wells once wrote that to tell the history of New York City is to tell the story of the world. Fasten your seatbelts.
You haven't seen New York City until you've taken the cruise.
This is 7th Avenue South, 6 blocks from the Provincetown Playhouse where Eugene O'Neill begins his early playwriting career. 6 blocks from where Henry Miller decides he hates New York City forever. 2 blocks from where Willa Cather lives. 3 blocks from where E.E. Cummings lives. 5 blocks from where D.H. Lawrence lives. 5 blocks from where Dorothy Parker wrestled with alcoholism and the defeats of a lifetime and fails.
You don't need a ticket. Just get on board. A Cinemax real-life exclusive. The Cruise.
Sometimes I like to spin in between the 2 towers, and then you look up, and it looks like the buildings are falling in on top of you. I recommend that. It's fun.
This Tuesday at 6:30 on Cinemax.
I don't know about you, but Thanksgiving at our house is an all-day affair.
Together we will make history.
That's why we're all thankful to have Cinemax for a really entertaining Turkey Day.
That makes 2 of us.
After all, just like some of our more interesting relatives, we just love our turkeys.
Don't mind me, go right ahead.
There's quite a tasty sampling of screen goodies.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so earlier?
Okay, so maybe some of them, like Aunt Bee's Turnip Surprise, are more of an acquired taste.
Choke on me!
But most folks are sure to find something to enjoy.
I'm your escort.
And much like at our house, you just never know who or what is going to turn up for dinner.
They could crawl up your nose and lay eggs in your brain.
Sounds fascinating.
The action starts at 6 a.m., just when things get cooking for the big day. So remember, it's all the fun of Turkey Day without extra calories and dirty dishes. Only on Cinemax.
Good luck, babushka.
The following film contains sexually explicit material. Parental discretion is strongly advised.